Hello dear learners, I am Damandeep Kaur, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Education at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. In the previous module, I discussed the skill of introduction. In this module, I will discuss the skill of explanation. So let's begin. So first of all, let's know what is the meaning of explanation. So the word explanation means the process of explaining. In this, simple and multiple statements are used to clarify any concept, idea or any principle. It generally answers the following questions. Like the question starts with what, why and how. So explanation skill. This skill is practiced by a pupil teacher to explain a concept in a simplified manner. To make students understand the complex topics, a pupil teacher incorporates some examples, instructional aids, and she can give some small incidences. Let's know the important components of the skill of explanation. So, the first component is beginning statement. Second component, instructional aids. And the third component is linking words. And the fourth component is essential points. Fifth component is fluency. Sixth component is planned repetition. And the seventh component is stimulating question. And the last component is the concluding statement. Now let us know what is the beginning statement. The beginning statement is an opening statement. It is an announcement of what is to be explained by the pupil teacher. Now the next component is instructional aids. What are instructional aids? So the aids which are used to make the students understand the concepts with the help of the senses are called the instructional aids. The example of instructional aids are charts, images, animation, videos, and some models can also be used. What are linking words? So, linking words establish a link or continuity between the statements. There are many. Some of the linking words are therefore, so that is why, that, as a result of, because, in order to. Essential points. A pupil teacher has to cover all the essential points related to the topic. Important points should be presented in a logical manner. Fluency. What is fluency? It is the act of being fluent. A teacher should speak easily, clearly, and quickly. The next component is planned repetition. Who will do the planned repetition? Pupil teacher. So here, pupil teacher summarizes the explanation done previously. She repeats the important statements in a planned manner. Stimulating question. What is the purpose of stimulating question here? To stimulate the interest of the students towards the topic. A pupil teacher should ask some stimulating questions. Questions should be based on the explanation done in the class. So this is the last component, concluding statement. Teacher makes a concluding statement towards the end of the explanation and concludes the whole explanation. Now let's understand the skill of explanation with the help of this model lesson plan. So as I told you in the skill of introduction also, that at the top of that plan you have to write the model lesson plan, then the name of the skill will come, and then you have to mention the date, subject, topic, and on the other side class, period and the duration. Here the duration can be between 8 to 10 minutes. So the topic here is the partnership from business studies of class 11th. Now again you have to draw 3 columns. So the first column will be for the teacher's activity, second for the student's activity, and third is for the components. So the first component is the beginning statement. So here the beginning statement is, in our previous class we studied about sole proprietorship form of business organization. Today we will learn about partnership. Now next, pupil teacher will be covering some essential points, and yes, she'll be using some linking words. So the explanation will be like this: when 2 or more persons have a business idea, they can execute the idea by forming a partnership firm. So according to section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932, partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Now further, here the next component is instructional aids. So we can use more than one component. So fluency is required at each and every point. So even one more component, linking words, can also be used over here. So pupil teacher is giving an example over here. Mr. Sahyog, Mr. Raj and Mr. Vipul were good friends. After completing graduation, they decided to start their own business of manufacturing solar panels. Now next, therefore to start the business, all the 3 friends agreed to invest the money for the business idea. So Mr. Sahyog will invest 5 lakhs, Mr. Raj will invest 10 lakhs and Mr. Vipul will also invest 20 lakhs. They also happily agreed upon sharing the profits in the ratio of capital investment. They decided to register the partnership firm under the Partnership Act 1932. So here the components which we have used are instructional aids, fluency and the linking words. So this is in the continuation of the previous slide. Now look at the components. Planned repetition. So here the pupil teacher is going to do the repetition. So students in this example, Mr. Sahyog, Mr. Raj and Mr. Vipul are the partners. The basic requirement to form a partnership is 2 or more than 2 persons. In this example, there are 3 persons. Now next, after the planned repetition, it's time to ask some stimulating questions. So you can look at this component stimulating questions over here. So the questions are, question number 1, What is the profit sharing ratio among Mr. Sahyog, Mr. Raj and Mr. Vipul? So students are going to give the answer. And second, name the act for the registration of the partnership firm. So these questions are based on the explanation done in the class. Then the last statement is the concluding statement. So this is our last component. Okay, so here the pupil teacher concludes the whole explanation. So let's see how it has been done. In today's class, we studied the concept of partnership. In a nutshell, a partnership is a relationship between the persons to carry business together and share the profits in an agreed ratio. I hope you have understood the concept of skill of explanation, its components, and how to make a model lesson plan based on skill of explanation. So keep practicing, my dear learners. Thank you and stay tuned.